roots and coefficients. Okay, so let us consider the comparison between roots and coefficients. Now let us compare 1 and 2. So we will continue our discussion. So if we compare 1 and 2 now, just observe here. P1 will be equal to minus S1. P2 will be equal to S2. Just compare these two, that's all. X power n quotient same. P1 is equal to minus S1. P2 is equal to S2. P3 is equal to minus S3. Proceed like that. Pn is equal to this one. Okay. So let me write the comparison now. So now comparing 1 and 2. Comparing 1 and 2, we will get like this. S1 or P1 is equal to minus S1 we will get. I can write that as S1 is equal to minus P1. Okay. Next P2 is equal to S2. Or S2 is equal to P2. Both are same only. Next P3 is equal to minus S3 when we compare this term. Or we can write this as S3 is equal to minus P3. So this is the basic relation between roots and coefficients. Why? Because P1, P2, P3 are coefficients. P1, P2, P3 are coefficients only because P1 is A1 by A0. P2 is A2 by A0, like that. And S1, S2, S3 are expressions in terms of roots. So this is going to be relation between roots and coefficients only. So if you proceed like that, at the last you get Pn is equal to minus 1 whole power n into Sn last. Or we can write this as Sn is equal to minus 1 whole power Pn. Minus 1 whole power n is nothing but plus or minus 1. So plus or minus 1 you write on right side or left side does not matter. Plus or minus 1 can be taken on any side. So therefore both are same only. There is no difference between these two. So this is the basic relation. What we have to observe is when you have odd suffix you are getting minus sign. When you have even suffix you are not getting minus sign. You can clearly observe, and therefore this relation. When n is odd, you will get minus 1 here. When n is even, you will get plus only. So depending on n is odd or even, you will get plus or minus Pn. So this is the basic relation. Now what is this S1, S2, S3, all those things we have assumed, no? I will write that now. So S1 is actually alpha 1 plus alpha 2 plus alpha 3 plus so on alpha n. So this is actually S1, which we can simply write as sigma alpha 1. So I will continue like this. I will write S1 is actually alpha 1 plus alpha 2 plus alpha 3 so on alpha n means sum of the roots. Simply we can write sigma alpha 1. And what is S2? S2 means sum of the products of the roots taken 2 at a time. Proceeding like that because I don't want to write the last term because in symmetric form terms will come. So S2 is the sum of the product of the roots taken 2 at a time. See, you have to take the products taken 2 at a time. So sum of the products taken 2 at a time we can simply write as sigma alpha 1 alpha 2. S3 is sum of the products of the terms taken 3 at a time. Sum of the products taken 3 at a time. That is the meaning of S3. So I can write different combinations like this. So short form sigma alpha 1 alpha 2 alpha 3 you can write for S3. Proceeding like that, Sn represents alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3, so on is alpha n means product of the roots, because Sn means sum of the products taken n at a time. Taken n at a time means all roots you are taking. That means product of the roots. So product of the roots is Sn. So this is Sn representation, this is S3 representation, S2 representation, S1 representation, and this is the link between the roots and coefficients. So this is the basic link. So this link actually I will explain by taking cubic equations and biquadratic equations. Let us see this link now. Okay. So I will explain that now. So for example, f of x is equal to ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. I am taking a cubic equation. If the equation is like this. So first you see that leading coefficient is 1. So see that leading quotient is 1. So therefore divide with a. So x cube plus b by a x square plus c by a x plus d by a is equal to 0. Leading coefficient is 1. So this b by a is taken as p1. C by a is taken as p2. This d by a is taken as p3. So we know what is p1, p2, p3 now. Okay. So this is a cubic equation. Now we have already discussed that S1 represents sum of the roots. Okay. So let us take, this is a cubic equation. Any cubic equation has 3 roots, no? So let me take alpha, beta, gamma as the roots. For example, alpha, beta, gamma I am taking as roots. So S1 represents sum of the roots, no? So S1 means alpha plus beta plus gamma. And S1 is equal to minus P1 is the relation between roots and coefficients. So S1 is equal to minus P1. That means what? Minus B by A. So what is the sum of the roots? Minus coefficient of x square by coefficient of x cube. For odd suffix you have to change the sign. Minus should be written for odd suffix. So what is S2? These are the roots. S2 means sum of the product of the roots taken 2 at a time. So taken 2 at a time means S2 will be alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha. Simple, you write different combinations by taking 2 at a time. So I can write alpha beta, beta gamma, gamma alpha. That is what I have written. And what is the relation between roots and coefficients? S2 is equal to P2. What is P2? C by A. So S2, what is the formula of S2 now? Coefficient of x by coefficient of x cube. Or simply you can remember like this. S1 means minus coefficient of second term by coefficient of first term. S2 is quotient of third term by quotient of first term. S3, you have only 3 roots. S3 is the sum of the products of the roots taken 3 at a time. Taken 3 at a time means you have only 3 roots. So you take 3 roots at a time means you will get product of the roots only. This is possible. So S3 is product of the roots. So when cubic equation is taken, S3 becomes product of the roots. When 4th degree equation is taken, S4 becomes product of the roots. Like that you have to remember. So what is the relation between roots and quotients? S3 is equal to minus P3. For odd suffix you will get minus. So minus P3 is what? D by A. So S3 product of the roots means minus constant term by coefficient of x cube. So these are S1, S2, S3 full representations and corresponding formulas. When f of x is a cubic equation, you will get like this. So in cubic equation, what is S1? Minus quotient of x square by quotient of x cube. What is S2? Coefficient of x by quotient of x cube. S3 minus constant term by coefficient of x cube. Okay, so let us have the discussion. When f of x is a fourth degree equation, for example, f of x is fourth degree equation. So f of x I am taking as ax power 4 plus bx cube plus cx square plus dx plus e is equal to 0. So while deriving relation between quotients and roots, we took the leading quotient as 1 now. The same we will do here. So divide with a x power 4 plus b by a x cube plus c by a x square plus d by a x plus e by a is equal to 0. So this is a fourth degree equation we are taking. Okay. So let alpha, beta, gamma, delta be the roots. Because we are taking fourth degree equation, let us take 4 roots like that. So I am starting from S1. S1 always represents sum of the roots only. Because S1 means by taking one at a time. So by taking one at a time, you will get sum of all roots definitely. So sum of the roots S1 is equal to minus P1 is the formula. Minus what is P1? This is P1. This is P2. This is P3. This is P4. So when we are taking leading coefficient 1, starting from the second term, we will take P1, P2, P3, P4 like that. So minus P1 means minus B by A. So sum of the roots is always minus second term coefficient by first term coefficient taken in order. Okay. Now come to second, S2. S2 means sum of the products of the roots taken 2 at a time. So this you have to be actually writing very carefully. Taken 2 at a time, all combinations you have to write. So I will write in order like this. See, I will start from alpha. I will write alpha, beta, alpha, gamma, alpha, delta. 3 terms I will write first. So if I am going to write like this, it will be very easy for us. So start from alpha, alpha, beta, alpha, gamma, alpha, delta. 3 combinations I wrote. Now you start from beta, beta, gamma, beta, delta. Start from beta and move to right. Beta, gamma, beta, delta I can write now. Now start from gamma, move to right. So only gamma, delta you have. That's all. This is the full form of S2. So by taking 2 at a time, you have to write all possible combinations. So alpha, beta, alpha, gamma, alpha, delta first I wrote. Next beta, gamma, beta, delta I wrote. Next gamma, delta I wrote. So this is the full form of S2, and S2 has 6 terms. When 4 roots are there, S2 has 6 terms. What is S2 formula? S2 is equal to P2. For even suffix you will not get minus. For odd suffix you will get minus. Okay. What is P2? C by A. This is the full form of S2. So in short you can write sigma alpha beta in short. Full form is that has total 6 terms. Okay. Next, S3. So S3, when 4 roots are there, S3 means sum of the products of the roots taken 3 at a time. So taken 3 at a time, I will move in cyclic order. First I will write alpha, beta, gamma. I will move in cyclic order. Next I will write beta, gamma, delta. Next I will write gamma, delta, alpha. Next I will write delta alpha beta. Just move in cyclic order, that's all. So by taking 3 at a time, different combinations you have to write. So starting from alpha, alpha beta gamma. Starting from beta, beta gamma delta. Starting from gamma, gamma delta, and come back to alpha, cyclic order. Starting from delta, come back. Starting from delta, delta alpha beta. So this is the full form of S3 when you have 4 roots. Okay. So I can write this in short like this. Just observe. Take alpha beta common in these two terms. So alpha beta common in these two terms. Alpha beta into gamma plus delta. So take gamma delta common in these two terms. Gamma delta common means alpha plus beta. So you can remember very easily like this. S3, when 4 roots are there, S3 is alpha beta into gamma plus delta plus gamma delta into alpha plus beta. Very easy to remember like this. And what is S3 formula? Minus P3. Odd suffix is there, you have to write minus. Minus P3. P3 means what? D by A. S3 is over. Come to S4. So already we discussed that whenever you have 4 roots, S4 will be product of roots. Whenever you have 3 roots, S3 is product of roots. 4 roots, S4 is product of roots. You have 5 roots means S5 becomes product of the roots. So S4 is taken 4 at a time. That means alpha, beta, gamma, delta. What is S4 formula? P4. And P4 is E by A. You can clearly see that for odd suffix we are taking minus sign. For even suffix we will not take minus sign. Ratio we will take in order. S1 B by A. Okay. Odd suffix is there, put minus. S2 C by A. Even suffix don't put minus. S3 D by A. Odd suffix is there, put minus also. S4 E by A. Even suffix is there, don't put minus. So this is the basic relation between roots and coefficients for 4th degree expression we discussed. So for cubic and 4th degree equations we have discussed. So generally in this chapter we will concentrate on 3rd degree and 4th degree equations only. Okay, so this is the basic information.